Hello everybody, this is the Rape Gang Inquiry report done by Rupert Lowe, and on page 8 we're gonna look that 250,000 young white girls have been subjected to repeated rape, gang rape, trafficking, torture, pregnancy and forced Islamic conversion and lifelong trauma. However, this is only the number that we know of, as it says here that the true number is probably higher. On page number 4, it's going to say that this was perpetrated by chiefly Pakistani Muslim men against vulnerable white girls and girls in communities up and down our country. My question that I want to answer today is, why do Muslims wear the hijab? Because this is going to answer why they targeted specifically white, kuffar, non-Muslim women and girls, underage girls. We're gonna go to chapter 33, verse number 59 to find out why and the story behind it, and I think it's gonna be very interesting for you. In chapter 33, verse number 59, it's gonna say, O Prophet, bring your wives and daughters and the believing women, so just the wives and daughters of the believing women, so only the Muslims, to draw part of their outer coverings around them. This is the verse of the hijab. So when you see people wearing the hijab or the niqab, this is why. It is likelier that they will be recognized and not be molested. So when you see Muslims now and they are telling you, oh, well, the reason that people wear hijabs is not because we oppressed women or anything like that. It's because they are so precious. They are like a diamond and only the husband should be able to see them. Shut up, you filthy Abdul. We are going to destroy your stupid cult and show you what it really is. The reason why, and we're going to go to your tafsirs, is because your Muslim men would go out and molest slave girls, and then they would accidentally touch your precious diamond Muslim girls, and the Muslim women used to go and cry to your Prophet and say, well, I was touched, I was molested, I was raped, and the Prophet thought, instead of saying, actually guys, you shouldn't rape, you shouldn't molest any women, it's okay, we're gonna put a cover on the Muslim women so that they don't get raped. Let's go to your stupid tafsirs. We're going to start off with our Tabari, and this is the tafsir of chapter 33, verse number 59, and we're going to go down, and it's going to say, regarding this verse, chapter 33, 56, slave women used to be harassed. This means molested, as we've seen in the verse. God forbade free women from imitating slave women. So free women can no longer wear the clothes of the slave women in case they get harassed, molested, or raped. They were free women, and no wicked person would harass them with words or suspicion. So they should cover themselves so that it would be known that outer garments over themselves, they were free women, and no woman would harass them, and no wicked person, which means Muslim, because I'm going to explain this. For example, if this was kuffar, this was a wicked person, this was kuffar, why would he care if he's molesting a Muslim or not? Why would you care? You're not going to care if she's wearing a veil. You are a wicked person, as seen here. This has to be the Muslims because they are respecting the Muslim women. Let's carry on the verse. He arrived in Medina without a fixed residence. The wives of the Prophet and other women would go out at night to attend their needs. This means go to the toilet. So women would go out at night and go to the toilet outside. So some men would sit by and wait for the women to come out and go to the toilet. And the reason that this verse was put down from God was to be able to distinguish a slave woman from a free woman, so that the Muslim women wouldn't get raped or harassed or molested. This is only one tafsir. Let's go to Al-Qurtubi, and it's going to say here, since it was the custom of Arab women to dress immodestly and to uncover their faces as slave women did, which attracted men's gazes and led to lustful thoughts. Oh, so this is why they molested them. Oh, so we have lustful thoughts, so we just go around and molest everyone? Is this what Allah is saying? So this is saying the same thing. So when they went out and went to the toilet to relieve themselves, they used to relieve themselves in the desert, so outside. This would distinguish them from slave women, so free women will be able to recognize by their covering, thus deterring unmarried men and young men from harassing them and molesting them. This is Tafsir Ibn Kathir, and he's going to say the exact same thing. They will be recognized as free women, not slaves or prostitutes, so that they won't get molested. Wow, so Allah has brought this verse down and is accepting that people will be molested, will be raped, as long as it's not Muslim women, it's okay. Let's go to Tafsir al-Jalalain. Okay, this is the Tafsir, correct? It's the Arabic.
قل لأزواج. O Prophet, tell your wives, your daughters, and the women of the believers to draw their outer garments close around themselves. That is more likely to ensure they are recognized as believing women and not molested. And Allah is ever forgiving, most merciful.
And not molested. Exactly going back to this report where we see 200 pages. Wake up. As we can see here, the Muslim men do not want the slave women looking like the believing. But what would happen, if a slave woman, she doesn't want to be molested, she doesn't want to be raped at night, she doesn't want to be abused, what would happen? This is a Sahih hadith, and it's going to tell us a slave girl whom Umar ibn al-Khattab knew, belonging to one of the Muhajirin or Ansar, entered upon him. She was wearing a jilbab. This is like a hijab, but more. This is a jilbab, covering everything. He asked her if she was freed. Are you a free woman or are you a slave? She said no. He said, why then are you wearing the jilbab? Take it off your head. The jilbab is only for free women among the believing women. She hesitated, so he took his whip and struck her head with it until she threw it off. Who is this person? Umar ibn al-Khattab was the second caliph. And if you're a Muslim, you say, well, no, you can't hit women. What do you mean? You can't hit the slaves. Okay, let's see about that. Isn't it true that your prophet said, never hit the slave women like you hit your wife? Isn't that your prophet who said that? Where do I find this? I find this here in Sahih al-Bukhari, number 5204. The prophet said, none of you should flog his wife as you flog his slave and then have sexual intercourse with her the last part of the day. So isn't it true that you can flog your slave, but you shouldn't flog your wife as hard? So flog means hit, by the way. So you can hit your slave, and this is exactly where he's got it from. The best example of mankind has proven yet once again people follow his example to do immoral things. I want to show you again as well that isn't it true that you can rape Christian girls? I'm going to show you how you can rape your slaves. This is a wife who's a Magian, which is a sect of Zoroastrianism, and they're going to tell you that Islam should be presented to her. If she refuses, he may have intercourse with her if he wishes, even if she is a Magian. So even if she refuses, he may have intercourse with her. Not if she wishes, if he wishes. This is what's happening in the rape gang inquiry. You need to wake up. This is only a small part. You are sisters, mothers, daughters are being taken as captives. As seen in chapter 4, verse 24 of the Quran, this is allowed to do. This is only the hijab that I brought up today, and I will make up another video of chapter 4, verse 24, where it says that you may have intercourse with your female captives, whom your right hands come to possess. This is Islam.